everybody, it's Laura at the Fort Erie Public Library. I really miss being able to do craft programs with you at the library, so I figured let's try one that we can all do from home. If you follow along and make this craft, please let me know. I would absolutely love to see what you make. Scissors are optional today. I would recommend using a ruler instead. I'll show you how. And you will need some kind of glue. I'm going to use a glue gun. You'll also need an old magazine or whatever paper you have lying around the house. Today we need 5 pieces of paper that are perfect squares and all the same size. So you can measure and cut with your scissors if you like, or you can do my easy way. I'm just going to fold the paper in half. Then I'm going to open it back up. I'm going to put the ruler along that crease, and then I'm going to rip along that crease. And that's going to give me a nice straight edge, and I didn't have to use scissors. Today I want pieces of paper that are about 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. So for a magazine page, I'm going to fold it in half again. Open it back up. Use that ruler to rip along my crease. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one corner of that paper and bring it up so I'm folding on a diagonal. Make sure the two edges, how's this? There we go. So make sure the two edges are lined up. Get that crease, keep it on a diagonal, and get rid of this extra paper. Now when I open it back up, there's my perfect square. So I've repeated that 5 times. So I have 5 pieces of paper. They are each 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. I'm going to take my first piece of paper and I'm going to fold it in half into a triangle. Then I'm going to bring the bottom points of the triangle up to the top point of the triangle, lining up the sides evenly so that I create a diamond shape. I want to make sure all my folds are very sharp here. So see, the 2 points come up to the top, and now I have a diamond shape. Okay, so now I've got my diamond shape. I've got 2 flaps. I'm going to take that flap and I'm going to fold it in half towards the outside. So take the flap and fold it in half. I'm making sure that the edges still line up and that my folds are nice and tight. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke that fold open and flatten it out so that I have a kite shape. So I'm going to do it again for the other side. I'm just going to poke my finger into that fold that I've made. It's okay if it comes undone, you can poke it right back so that it's out, and I'm going to flatten it so that I have 2 kite shapes. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is take the top of each kite and fold it down, making sure that lines up with the top triangle there. So I'm going to do it for the other side. So the tops of my kite are folded down. Now I'm going to take the outer edge of what was my kite and fold that in half on top of itself. I'm going to repeat that for both sides. And there we go. So I am going to repeat this 5 times now till all my paper is folded into this little shape. I'm going to show it to you one more time, just a little faster, so you can see me go through all the steps again. I've repeated that 5 times now, so all of my paper is folded. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to be gluing these 2 edges together. So we're going to roll it up into a little cone, but so that it stays that way, we have to add some glue. So I've got my glue gun here, and I'm just going to add a thin line of glue all the way down. Then I'm going to take the 2 edges and push them together. Now I'm going to repeat that for all 5 pieces. Okay, so I've got my 5 little cones, and now I am going to glue them together. So I'm just going to put a thin line of glue along the edge. If I need to flatten them to get them to stick together, that's okay. I can kind of puff them back up after. I do find it's helpful to glue all the way down to the bottom. It just makes it a little more structurally sound. A fun fact is that these flowers are not considered real origami because they use glue to hold them together. I think the end result is still very, very beautiful. There you go. There's your flower.